Hey Fab Fam, it's Vinny B with Dead on Board Gaming, and today I want to talk about the Calling Indianapolis. First, let's go ahead and just start with the tip, which is the coverage that SCG provided. It's getting better and better. I super enjoyed it this time. The commentary was very good. Cards on screen, dice marking, the damage coming in, cards that say dominate, go again, like all of that, super huge quality of life. And it also, to really point out, they want this to be a thing. You know what I mean? Like, they're not just throwing coverage up. This is significantly better than the last one I watched. Significantly. Like, it was great. They did an excellent job. The commentators did a good job. I think it was fairly easy to follow. Again, if you go in and don't know anything, any tabletop game, if you have no idea what you're doing, you pop in and you're watching it. Even if I pop a card on screen, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Like, you have no idea what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't know it. Now, again, if you come in and you're a gamer, maybe you have a little bit of an idea. But if you don't know the stuff, the terminology, the symbols, putting a card up doesn't do it if there's not good commentary breaking it down too. I think they did very good in both. I can't wait to watch it get better and better. I'm very excited for the future of this. They really do. They're just picking up all the pieces Magic decided to drop down. And now Magic's starting to backpedal and talking about a pro scene and hiring, who they hired? Was it Huey Jensen? That to head it, I think is it telling, because 2 years ago they were like, we don't need it, we're done with it, we don't want any of it. Matter of fact, it was 5 years, like slowly but surely over 5 years they were just suffocating out competitive play. And then basically they were just like, we don't need you, or we don't want to do this. We're losing money here, even though we make $1 billion over here. But you lose that eye space, and again, that carrot, I've talked about it a million times. I was never a pro player, but the carrot and the idea that I could spike a tournament, go to the next tournament, and end up on the pro circuit was amazing. It's a little bit of competitiveness that I get to express. You know what I mean? I got a shot knee. Not shot, but it's blown. It blew before, and I'm just not. I can't be as athletic as I used to be. I mean, that's just realistically. You know what I mean? Like, I still work out. I run sometimes. I've been a minute, but I try to keep up on myself. But I'm old and wounded. So this is my competitive outlet. It's been for some time. Just card games in general. And I hated watching that happen. And again, the timing and everything of Flesh and Blood was just so good. It really did just find this like little hole in the spot, and they just like opened. They were like, "This is our lane. Let's go." And let's go. And yeah, we're here, and this is like, I think it's a funner competitive game. I think it's a funner game in general, but like, I'm just talking competitiveness. There is a missing casual thing to Flesh and Blood, but that has been discussed. And that I'm a little disheartened if like PvE is not coming out this year. It's coming out next year. I think they need to do that. I wanted to see it sooner. Maybe they don't need to do that, but I wanted to see it sooner, especially with the big gap in between actual sets. There's just kind of this lull where I just don't know if we can bring in new players where we're at. We don't have a new set that's out. Everfest is the new set. It bolsters Blitz, which we're at right now, which could work. But it's not a set to get into new heroes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I came in at Arc. It was Arc Unlimited, but that was the set. So, like, I identify with Arc, you know what I mean? I'm sure there's people that identify with Monarch and identify with Arya as being the set they came in, and like that, those are the heroes they like. And then you decide if you want to go back and spend a little extra money to go find, the older heroes, or you wait for the next set to come out and you jump in there and you find a hero you like, and now boom, you're in the game a little bit. Now you have, hooks in Varia. Like I started in Arya. Lexi's my favorite player or something like that. And like, if you're like me, I like to play everything. So I have multiple favorite heroes, blah, 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 blah. But like, again, I feel like the basic player of this game is going to have 1, 2, maybe 3 heroes they like. And that's going to be it. So you need some kind of influx of new players, and you also need to make sure that the heroes always make a splash. That's kind of why I don't understand. Well, I understand that it's not fun. But we can't get upset every time that a new set or new hero comes out and it makes a splash in the format. They have to do that. They can't come out with a product that does nothing. They can't do it. Like, I don't know how many sets a game like this could afford, especially if you're only coming out once a year, twice a year. Every 6 months you come out with a set. That's a long time to introduce new heroes. And then it do nothing. If it does nothing and the heroes are unfun, not wanted, or can't compete by the end of the year with the supplemental set, I'll even put that in there. Like, maybe they're just under, people who are playing them, they put them out with that supplemental set, and boom, and like boom, everybody's super strong. The game's super strong. Everybody's busted. Like, we're worried about Starvo, but when Starvo's gone, who do we complain about next? I hope it's wide open. But every hero has a busted line of play, and that's the game. The game has it. Now, Starvo gets Live and Legend out. It sucks that he was such a chase card. I have 2 of them. I have one I got graded from Lake Erie grading. No, Great Lakes grading is what it is who we had him done. But I had one graded. And he's going to get retired. And so now we sit and wait and hope that I have been right about the legacy format that'll form over the years as people retire, and then there'll be a format where you get to play these cards again. The only issue is if they're like, okay, let him Living Legend, they don't Living Legend until the next set. That's July. That's too long. People aren't having fun. There's not another set coming for a while to do it. It's still like 4 months of this thing. And even new players that come in and enjoy it, as they get into it, if they get to the area of complaint, that's all they're going to see and hear, is how unfun the game is at the moment. My only reserve there is, once Starvo's gone, is there another unfun thing that we're going to complain about? And then the other issue is if your hero's not, particularly good now, you always have something to complain about until your hero's good. Then when your hero's good, there's gonna be someone else complaining about that. And again, we'll get into this loop. That's why new heroes have to make a splash. They have to give you a new target, a new thing to aim at, instead of getting caught up in these loops to where everything's just like, man, I hate Prism. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Prism's oppressive. I like, in general, every time a meta's come up since Monarch, Prism is a pillar of something of it. Like, maybe it wasn't so good when Chain was around or this and that, but still Prism's running over the other half of the things, and now it's got a different play style and stuff like that. So like, Starvo goes away, does Prism become, super annoying? Because now they get to concentrate on the Viscera match a little bit more. And, can they figure that out? Or maybe, again, Starvo kind of gotta go. I think the deck's fun. I think it's skill based. A lot of things people don't think, but go watch the finals again. Like, watch how intricate that game was, and there's a lot of play to the game. Like, the game in general. So even that, I get that it's an easier deck to play, and you can free roll 3 Oakenolds and it's over. Yeah, that sucks. And it's easier to do than every other hero's line. The busted lines I was just talking about, I understand it's easier to do than all of them. So yes, Starvo's an issue. I agree. Finally, I agree. He's just too easy to make too good. He's gonna go away. I want to see it done with Living Legend. The problem is I don't want to see people have fun and leave the game over the next 4 months while we wait for it. Because I like the deck. I wouldn't mind playing it again before something happens to it. But all the other cards I don't think are an issue. You know what I mean? It's just him. he's just too easy to be that strong. So, anyways, I think I rambled enough. I don't know if there was... See, I've done this video twice now. This is my third time, so I don't remember if I haven't. Congratulations again to Michael Hamilton. Fino Black, again, awesome match. You did great. Thank you for being such a good sport. Again, there's been so many memes about missing the third tunic. Again, I don't know if I talked about it in this video or another video, so hopefully it's in this one. If it's not, I talked about it. I had the discussion with you guys. You guys just weren't there. But anyways, what do you guys think? Do you guys think it was as good as I thought? Because I really did enjoy it. I thoroughly. I think it's getting better and better. Coverage is getting good. I think it'll become easier and easier for people to pick up. And I also think that this was a big weekend for people to get their eyes on it and maybe pique some interest. So I'm super excited to see where we're going from there. I'm super excited to hear about Flesh and Blood 2.0. I'd like to know where that's going. What does that affect? Does that affect Everfest? Like, if they're like, we're not printing unlimited Everfest, but we have enough out there, does the price move? Like, does it go to $100 like now? Does it not? Do we believe them that they have enough? Is the fact that Starvo is probably going to be gone affected? Like, and again, this just came out. This is not. I just want to know. You know what I mean? Because Starvo being a chase card and like just not going to be playable is kind of an issue. Unless, and this is, you know, tinfoil hat. Let's lock this on. But this is something I thought about. What if they brought it out at Star of the Show? Of course, everyone's already talked about this. This was intentional. He was going to come out, be insane, give something for everybody to fight until about halfway through, new set comes out. So this goes away here, let's say. If this was all planned out, Starvo goes away right here. There's a new meta to figure out. By the time that meta is figured out, we have another set. Boom. Nailed it. Now they got all that timing done. But now we got Starvo, and he was busted. And he's like now the legend, the living legend of the game. Who better of a boss for PvE would be than the first living legend that was living legend within 3 months of coming out? Just saying. Like, that was the plan. Everyone got to play with it. It's kind of like the prelude to games where they let you be the best character you could be, and then they strip it all off you, and then you have to go fight the boss. Then you go, find out the boss is that guy, or yeah, I don't know. Maybe I messed that up, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like, they show you the power, and then at the end you have to fight the power. Fight the power! But anyways, guys, what do you guys think? As always, thank you guys so much for hanging out and being the best community in gaming. I'm Vinny B. This is Dead on Board Gaming, and I'll catch you guys next time.